way out of here. Pull-up elbow jumper, that's up and through.
San Jose State women's soccer champions.
They have completed the perfect season, 7-0.
Spring may be in the air, but football is in full swing as the Spartans recently held their spring practices.
It's been great. It's been a great couple weeks. We got about 10 days left and a chance to keep, finish the right way, but lots of players getting reps, lots of players are getting opportunity. Guys are learning, they're making mistakes, they're fixing it. It's been awesome. It's been really fun.
Chin it, eyes up, don't drop your head. Chin it. Oh, come on, Durs, accelerate through that contact, Durs. Nice job, Gomez! Nice job, Josh! Where are your eyes getting to? It looked like your eyes started to lift. Keep it on that near hip now, let's go.
For college football programs across the country, spring practices are the first chance for teams to see their new transfer portal and junior college athletes up close. It also gives the coaching staff a chance to get their teams on track for the fall season.
We're going to recruit high school kids, we're going to recruit junior college kids, we're going to recruit transfer portal kids, and so trying to find the right balance of that for us has been really important. And we feel like the 5 transfer portal guys we added are all guys that are going to contribute for us this year in a meaningful way, which is a great start. And the junior college players that we signed, 2 of them are both already here in spring practice and they look like they can play and they're doing a great job. And so those are really positive, and then the high school kids we'll find out about in 5 months.
The energy around Spartan football is already palpable, as over 6,000 fans turned out for the annual spring game to catch a glimpse of what the new transfer athletes have to offer.
It's been going good. Just still kind of trying to get connected with my receivers, just learn the offense. We're still installing new plays. But I mean, the main thing about spring is just having fun, competing with my guys, getting better, and just getting comfortable with the offense.
Shevin's been great. He's having fun. He seems like he's really adapting and learning the offense really quickly. He's incredibly sharp, which is really important because we carry a lot of offense and everything's kind of new to him. He's learning it for the first time.
Hey, no extra, James!
I'm from the Bay Area and I ended up going to Washington State. Didn't really like it that much out there. Coach Carter hit me up right when I hit the portal and he was like, "We would love to have you."
He's a big athletic offensive lineman. We're excited about him. He's learning fast. He's a local kid, right? And so, sometimes players go away and it's not working out where they're at. And then, we want to be a good place for players to come back to. We want to be a place that has a good reputation of taking care of our players and, helping them grow out, socially and academically, and also, obviously, the football side of it. Having James back here, he's doing great.
My goal is just in my last year, just to first off have fun and enjoy the process, knowing that my time's coming down to an end. I really just want to focus on having a good time and really taking in the experience, and then just doing everything I can to help the team. And any way that I can help, I'm all in for it.
Bryce is doing great. Our center has a huge responsibility in our offense, and so he's definitely getting into the flow of that and understanding the scheme and understanding Coach Oglesby and just all those parts that come together. The guys that are with us right now going through the off season and spring practice, like we've seen them all playing and making plays and doing the right thing, and so we're excited about that.
This year's recruiting class is the best to date for SJSU head coach Brent Brennan, and he knows the road to another Mountain West championship starts with hard work at spring practices.
We're just talking about today's practice, this rep, this period, what we're trying to get done in that moment, and focusing much more on the process than the outcome. I think that was one of the things that hurt us a year ago.
So all you have to do is sit him down and use all that grass with your acceleration. Make sense? Two trains coming head to head. Okay, nice job with the ball. Real good. Let's go, get lined up, get in the stance, get ready to play. Nice job, Ra! I see you, Ra!
While it's natural to want to look forward to the upcoming season, Coach Brennan and his staff know to climb the mountain, you can't look too far ahead.
I think coming off the Mountain West Championship, everyone was so focused on like, oh, you got to do this, you got to win, you know. And I think we didn't do a great job of staying on task and focusing on the process that helped us get there, like the steps we had to take climbing that mountain every day to get the outcome you want. And so that's where we are. We're not even worried about the season. We're just worried about spring practice.
For the sprinter, the start is of great importance. The task would appear relatively simple. The athlete, on his marks, has a 0 rate of speed. With the sound of the gun, he must accelerate to full speed.
San Jose State's track and field program carries a rich history of success and cultural impact. The program, widely known as Speed City, was brought to national prominence by legendary coach Bud Winter. Winter's innovative techniques produced 102 All-Americans, 27 of whom went on to become Olympians. Two of those Olympians, John Carlos and Tommy Smith, raised global consciousness for the struggle for racial and social equality in the United States when they took a stand for human rights at the 1968 Olympics. Carlos and Smith are now immortalized by a statue standing in the heart of SJSU's campus. The vaunted San Jose State track and field program was disbanded in 1988, but was reinstated in 2016. The program is now led by Charles Ryan, who was recently hired to lead SJSU track and field back to the level of prominence it once held.
Well, you can't grow up in this sport in this area and not be familiar with, pieces of the legacy. I don't think as a kid I fully had any kind of true understanding or true context for it, but as a track nerd that I am, when I got into college and really started to study my sport, you learn about all the legendary athletes, you learn about the legendary coaches like Bud Winter, and then of course the biggest piece for me is the social justice aspect of it, the Olympic Project for Human Rights and all the work that came into it. So for me, to have an opportunity to lead this program and try to do something for the future of that legacy was important to me and an opportunity I couldn't pass up.
Coach Ryan was a great candidate. We were looking for somebody who had head coaching experience. We were looking for somebody who could recruit at a high level. Someone who was connected to the Bay Area was a bonus, but what came through the interview process was just how passionate Coach Ryan was about Speed City, the legacy here, and what we could build together. And so far, he's been in rhythm with what we've wanted in terms of a student-athlete experience for our track and field programs.
One of the student athletes who has accelerated the program's success since his arrival at SJSU is fourth-year sprinter Roman Johnson.
Roman isn't afraid to work hard. Roman has a lot of natural ability that he doesn't even recognize he has. He's very naturally powerful, he's explosive, he can put force into the ground pretty efficiently. And if he continues to develop those skills, winning the Mountain West will be the floor of what he can accomplish in this sport.
I do feel that we are building the momentum to build the program that we want to see in the future here at San Jose. Obviously, me winning specific race titles will bring attention to the school in some ways that will help rekindle the team that used to be here at San Jose State. So I think that me and my teammates and the coaching staff are doing a great job in bringing back Speed City.
The The Spartan track and field team continued their growth at the 2022 Mountain West Indoor Championships, with Roman winning gold in the 60-meter dash and his teammates setting numerous personal and school records.
The next steps I think the program is going to take are, I believe, to be pretty huge. I think, I don't think there's no going backwards from here. At this point, at the rate that we're going at is astonishing to me. I didn't think we were going to make such big, drastic changes in such little time.
Coach Ryan's really built an impressive coaching staff to his system. When you're talking about Charmaine, TJ, and Ernie, they all came here. This is their first year under Coach Ryan's leadership, but it's a really impressive coaching group, and we're really, really fortunate that they're with Coach Ryan.
You know, you're never gonna duplicate Speed City. That was a special time with very special people in the context of everything they fought for and had to stand against. The current culture is not that way. I'm not trying to be Speed City 2.0. I'm trying to honor that legacy. And the biggest thing that I could do as a coach, as a director in this seat to honor that legacy is to make sure that our student athletes on this campus find their voice like those people did. That they know that it's all right to follow their passions and stand up for what they believe in and continue to be something other than just track athletes. We're gonna run fast, we're gonna compete for Mountain West championships, we're gonna do our best to compete for national championships, and all of that's cool. We might even develop an Olympian or two around here, but you're never gonna outdo or top or be the new version of what those men accomplished in that day. And we honor the legacy, but it's set in stone. It's not going anywhere. And we're not trying to be that. We're trying to be a new version of ourselves and try to, have our own brand.
Record-breaking performances are nothing new for the San Jose State swim team. Whether it's senior Chloe Lamargo or newcomer freshman Zofia Musne, the Spartans just keep adding to the record book.
This has been a great team, a great group to work with. They've really gelled together. It was a rough year coming off of the pandemic last year, and really pleased with how they've come together.
At the 2022 Mountain West Championships, Chloe Lamargo set a new school record in the 100-yard breaststroke as the Spartans swam to an 8th overall finish. 1 month later, it was the 200-yard breaststroke record that fell. She now holds the school record for the 50, 100, and 200 breaststroke.
From a coach's standpoint, Chloe's senior season was just a beautiful thing to be a part of. Her focus, determination broke 2 of our oldest school records. That was a great way for Chloe to go out.
With so many records to her name, Chloe Lamargo's performance in the pool is no surprise to coach Sage Hopkins. But he surely didn't foresee freshman Zofia Musne's record-breaking performance in the 200 butterfly at the Mountain West Championships, as the event is new to the young SJSU swimmer.
When I came here, my strongest event was the 200 free, and then before our conference, Sage told me, well, we should see where you are at fly, and he put me into the 200 fly, and I broke the school record.
Having no experience swimming the 200 butterfly, Zofia placed her trust in Coach Hopkins. Without that trust between athlete and coach, Zofia's successful performance may never have come to fruition. That trust extends to life outside the pool as well, and when Coach Hopkins discovered that athletes were being assaulted by an athletic trainer, he knew he had to speak out and put an end to it.
Doing the right thing is the most important thing we can all do, especially working in an educational setting. We have to protect these students, we have to stand up to bullies, and really make sure the women of our university, from every sport, are protected, and all of our women are in an environment where they're safe and they feel like they're being respected and can be the best student and the best athlete they can be.
With new university leadership in place, the course has been set to lead SJSU athletics into a new era. While state-of-the-art facilities are an important part of the recruiting process, the most valuable resource a university can provide is trust between coach and athlete.
The 2 most important things for me was the dynamic of the team and the coach. And I got to know Sage, and basically he pushes us with being calm in the same time. He's not the coach to yell at us. He's not the coach to be like mean to us. Like, he's just very motivating.
Sage was the last thing that made me like click and move across continents, because he has a lot of patience, determination, motivation, and ability to coach very well. He taught us how to support each other and be the best team ever. We're really united, so I was like, I knew I could improve myself here.
Our new administration, Jeff Konya, President Perez, have really brought in a breath of fresh air for the university. I'm just thrilled to be a part of their team and really looking to rebuild this program and become one of the preeminent programs on the West Coast.
For most college students, spring break is a time to get away with friends and unwind before that last big push towards finals, or for seniors, graduation. But for San Jose State's men's golf team, spring break means one thing: the Western Intercollegiate Golf Tournament. 2022 marks the 75th anniversary of what's become known simply as the Western. Presented by Topgolf and Titleist, this year's Western will again be aired on the Golf Channel, allowing golf fans everywhere the chance to see some of the finest NCAA men's players in the country.
Playing in the Western Intercollegiate, the history is the biggest thing. It's the oldest college golf tournament in the country. It's played at one of the most historic golf courses in the country at Pasatiempo. I think that that's one of the unique things about the Western Intercollegiate and what makes the Western Intercollegiate so special.
Played annually at the fabled Pasatiempo Golf Club, the Western Intercollegiate was first held in 1947 by the Northern California Golf Association, giving Bay Area college players an opportunity to gain tournament experience during their spring break. San Jose State won their first team title at the 1948 Western, and future PGA Tour star Ken Venturi was one of the earliest Spartans to win the Western, posting victories in both 1951 and 1953. SJSU's John Lotz dominated the tournament in the early 1960s, winning 3 consecutive Westerns in 1961, 62, and 63, a feat unmatched to this day. The Western has hosted many future PGA players, including half the 2021 winning USA Ryder Cup team, as well as San Jose State's Aaron Oberholzer, who won the first televised Western Intercollegiate in 1996.
Some guy from Stanford named Eldrick was playing in the event, and it was kind of a big deal. But the best part of it was Aaron Oberholzer, the Spartan, shooting 30 on the back 9 to beat Tiger and a field that proved to be full of future PGA Tour stars. It was awesome.
It was a special win. Number one, to win my home event, which I always wanted to do, but to also do it on television. That was a big deal.
While most golf aficionados know the legendary Pasatiempo Golf Club was designed by the esteemed Dr. Alistair Mackenzie, the driving force behind Pasatiempo's creation was the 1921 U.S. Women's Amateur Golf Champion, Marion Hollis. A pioneer in women's sports, Hollis set out to build the greatest golf course west of the Mississippi and hired Mackenzie to bring her dream to life. The famed course now plays host to the San Jose State men's golf team. The Spartans' familiarity with its undulating greens and distinctly Mackenzie-esque bunkers will be needed against some of the top teams in college golf.
Pasatiempo has moods depending on the weather. It could be firm and fast, it could be soft, you don't know. And it could be as simple as the fog rolling in at 9 a.m. and it completely changes how it plays. You're not going to luck your way through Pasatiempo. It truly shows you who the best is.
It's a very strategic course. It's more of a second shot golf course. There are places that you can get in trouble off the tee without a doubt. You have to be very precise with your iron play. You have to miss it in the right spots. If you try to overpower a golf course like Pasatiempo, it will let you know real quickly, it'll spank you pretty good.
Those greens could really mess with you emotionally and can almost dishearten you at times. If you are methodically thinking around yourself at that golf course, you can have some success there.
Caleb Shetler will be just one of the keys to success at this year's Western. The SJSU junior won last month's Bandon Dunes Championship while leading San Jose State to a runner-up finish. With his continued strong play, he and his teammates have a chance to add their names to the list of past SJSU champions at the Western.
I got a great group of guys, and we've got a little horsepower that some people might not quite realize just yet. We could go at times and make a lot of birdies very quickly.
We're definitely on the right track to really compete at the Western this year, and we've put in the work to really be successful at that tournament.
The 2022 Western Intercollegiate will be played April 11th through the 13th at Pasatiempo Golf Club, and admission is free. It also airs each day on the Golf Channel. For more information, go to westernintercollegiate.golf. The San Jose State athletics family lost a Hall of Famer in life and work as longtime sports information director Lawrence Phan unexpectedly passed away in late February. Lawrence was beloved by all and spent over 42 years with the Spartans athletic department. SJSU Athletics and the Phan family will celebrate his life on Saturday, April 9th inside SEFQ Stadium from 10 a.m. to noon.